and get going immediately. Alrighty, so for this to work, you first will need a Google account. I'm sure that all of you already have one of those. If not, and if you're still a little bit hesitant in creating one, you can always contact me and I'll help you through the steps, but it's pretty basic. And as I say, most of you will have a Google account. So what you do is you go to your browser. Now, seeing as we are going to work with a Google add-in, it would be best to use Chrome. It's just more efficient, but any browser will do. And you will Google magic slides. Okay, so when you open up your browser results, you'll see Magic Slides app will come up the very first response. Click on that. And then we just say install to get started. Now I've already installed it, so it's probably going to tell me that, but let's see what happens. Now, instead of the uninstall button here, when you install this the first time, this will have an install button. It'll automatically install it. You will not need to have any exe files open or anything like that. And you will be able to do this without administrator, right? So you won't need to contact IT because this is a browser add-on. It's not actually something that is installed onto your computer drive. Okay, so once that's installed, you can close this up. Open up a new tab and then go to your Google Slides. So I always just go slides.new, enter, and that will automatically open up a new Google slide presentation. But you can go through the normal channels of going to your Google Suite and then finding your slides from there. But I'm just always, I love a shortcut. So this is how I do it. Okay. So we have a new slide here. We're going to do nothing for this. We're not going to even add anything that we want to. We are going to have a lesson. So what kind of lesson should we have today? Somebody put in the chat, just any kind of topic that you want me to do. Can be anything. Anything. It could be from your field or something fun. Any kind of topic that you'd like us to create a slide presentation today. I want it to be something fresh that I hadn't been able to practice beforehand, so you can see how amazing the AI is. Patterns in foundation phase. Thank you. Got something. All right, so now I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm sure all of you have played around with this before. Free AI language editor. So I'm going to put in I'm going to ask it to give me a little bit something on patterns in the foundation phase. Okay, great. I'm going to say expand by let's get it to give us a nice, this is what we want. We want some numbers and things like that. Okay, that's good. All right, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my slides in Google. And now we want to go to our extensions. So here at the top in your panel, you'll see extensions. So the second one from the left, the right, sorry. Got some. And then after we've installed it, your Magic Slides app will appear right here. So you might have some other add-ons. So just make sure you get Magic Slides and then open. Give it a sec to open up. Okay. And here it opens up on the right in a panel. Now, let's start off with a title. Now, we can add the title, or we can have it suggest, but I'm going to add our title. What was it? Foundation phase. So I'm going to say advantages advantages of foundation phase. Oops, let me just move that. Okay. reference text. So now I'm going to take this reference text that we've copied here, and this will normally probably be something that you've already created for your lesson plan, or you can create it here. The other thing is you can leave it blank even and see what the AI comes up with on its own just by having a title that you give it. So you can always, play the card and see what it does. But there is my reference text that I've just copied from our chat GPT. And we can have extra info source if you want. So we can maybe have, just want to get this again, an extra URL that we get from. So for instance, this is South African teaching resources and it's about math. That is probably going to confuse it. I want to find something. Yeah, this will be better. So I'm going to copy this URL and even add that to our, as an extra source, and then add the URL in my reference text. Okay, there we go. That should do it. Next, we tell it how many slides we're going to do. Now, in the free version, you have a limit of 10. Just maybe a side note here. In the free version, you only have 3 slides a month. So if you use the free service, you can only create 3 a month. However, some months you might need to create more than 3. I know as lecturers you do create a lot of slides, but if you think about it, 36 a year, if you plan them well out, you should be able to get away with the free app. Otherwise you might want to put in the money and see how it works for you. Okay, so I've got the URL there. I'm going to say 10. We can replace existing slides if we had any slides, but we have a completely blank one. We're going to create images. Yeah, we want images. Show content source, we can add that. Send email when done, if it's going to take a while. So if you have something very complex, it might take a while and you want it to send. I hope that's not going to be the case. Otherwise, you guys are going to sit here, choose language, and then when we're done, generate. And now we sit back and wait out for those 97 seconds. While we are waiting for the 97 seconds, please make sure that you complete the attendance register link below in the chats. I really need you to complete these because I have to report to IPQE, and they want to see all of your information, like what faculty you're from, etc., etc. Okay, what is happening here? I turn my eyes away and I've done something. Make it 5 slides just to generate quicker. Oh, here we go. Now I can see there. See, this always happens when you do training. It will never ever happen when I'm playing with it beforehand. Well, let's remove the URL. I think that's what's giving it issues. See if that helps. And there we go. Okay, so it's generated. Sorry about that. Some reason that URL specifically is giving problems. So this will sometimes happen. It might be security on the website itself that disables it from being used. So just if that happens, just try another one, or maybe just take it out entirely if that happens. Okay, so here are our 5 slides. And we can see that it's added images for us. And all of these information that we had, you can, for instance, change an image. So if this doesn't really resonate with you, you just say replace image. search the web, and it's going to give you some other options. I remember we want to find one that's like this. Okay, that did not help. Really what we're asking for. Let's say, for instance, we just replace it with this one. And it will replace automatically. Let's give it a second. Okay, what's really great, it uses photos from a free stock image site. So, and it also reference each photo, which is amazing because I see a lot of your presentations not do that. So it will also give a link to that specific image. So your referencing is all done already. Okay, so that is Magic Slides. We can try some more if you want, but this is basically the gist. The best thing that I can say is just to play around with it. When you're done, you can close your Magic Slides app and do some editing. You'll probably want to add some things, or maybe, you know, keep going, or make edits to the text or anything like that, or like the images, like I said. When you're done, you can just go File, and then we are going to download it as a PowerPoint if you prefer to have it in PowerPoint to present, or you can leave it in your Google Slides if you present from here and just have a nice presentation that took you 3 seconds to make. So it's great for starting off your presentations. You probably won't be able to make your entire presentations from this because you'll always need to edit and bring it back to your context. But it's a really great way for starting off your presentations in a couple of minutes. So that is it. Let me hear from you. Do you have any questions? Do you want to try something else? We can try another topic, or we can try playing with some themes if we like. Different themes. Different things that we can add into it. Let me hear. What do you got? Yes, please go ahead. I saw someone unmute themselves quickly. Okay, let's see. All right, so Janine says she missed some steps because she was uploading the app. Yes, I will make the video available. Remember that we have a YouTube channel. This is it. It's called CUT E-Learning and Educational Technology. And you'll see under the playlists, there is an eThuto Talks playlist. And every time I do one of these training sessions, I come and upload them here. So I'm going to just put that URL for you in the chat so you can save it somewhere. And then you'll be able to see it a little bit later on. I'll also share it on the WhatsApp group. Any other questions? How will you include?
Hi, Leandri.
Ah, yes, please go ahead. And then I'll come to the other one. Yes.
Okay. I just quickly want to know, do you have to have a plug-in? Sorry, I probably missed the first part when you presented.
Yes. So it's an extension that you use for Google. So you need a Google account and you go to Google Slides. So this is what we're doing here. And then Magic Slides app. So you just go to Magic Slides and it will take you through the steps. It's very quick and it is browser only. So you don't need any administrator rights. And then you just install there and it will automatically link it to your Google Slides.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
In the chat, someone has asked me how we include video. Unfortunately, Magic Slides does not include video, but you can just go and do it afterwards in Google Slides by editing. So we just say insert video. I am just going to get something from YouTube. Let's get something from our channel. Of course, you can upload a video as well if you have it on your computer. Oh, no, wait, this one is very long. I'm just going to try a shorter one so that we don't sit here forever. There we go, 4 minutes, that'll do it. Just going to search my video. There it is. Insert. And then it will insert your video. So it won't do it through the magic slides, but you know, you can just go and add them whenever you need to. Does that answer your question? Okay, anyone else? Anything else we want to try? We have some time. Now, there are a couple of these apps. Magic Slides is just the one that I found easier and more friendly. Some of them are more complex. Obviously, some of them have very high fees, though. So you can go and explore some of these other apps. But I like the fact that this one plugs directly into your slides, your Google Slides, which makes it easier. It's free. 3 a month, I think, is enough for most people. And it's very basic to use. So I kind of find this one the easiest. But you can go and explore. There are some more of them. And all of them have different capabilities and different functionalities. Some are more, like I said, very complex and can do a lot more, but they will cost you. Any other questions or anything from the floor? While you're thinking of questions, let's make another one. So we can repeat the steps. Start a new slideshow. Let's try the second. Suggestion was given. Which was sustainable construction. So you go to extensions, magic slides, open. Add your topic. No, I don't want to do this now. Okay. Put in my reference text. Let's have it make 10 slides this time. We don't have any to exist, and generate. Got a new message. Let's have a look. Just to confirm, you can use the Magic Slide app with Office PowerPoint or only on Google Slides. I've only tried it on Google Slides. I will have a look-see and see if we can work it. But because you can save from Google Slides to PowerPoint, you just go to File and then download as a PPTX file. So you just download from your Google Slides. So it's still possible to have it in PowerPoint. Okay, see, because we asked for 10 slides this time around, it took a little bit longer, but here we go. And, you know, you'll always have some input that you might have to just, you know, like that wasn't aligned very well. And then you just go and change. But for something that took 90 seconds, this is a really great start and will take a lot of your time off. I especially like the fact that it, you know, that it references the images, so you don't have to go and reference each of your images. Okay, so that in a nutshell is Magic Slides. Any other questions, or can we wrap up for today? So like I said, this was a quick one today. We're not going to really do much today, but I thought this was something that you might be using. I'm going to focus on technologies this term that are not eThuto technologies. So it's going to be AI things and video things and some of these little apps that are available out there that might make your lives easier. So we're not going to focus on Blackboard this term. So if you have anything that you've always wanted to try, or, you know, any apps or anything, mostly free ones, please, because we don't really have money to buy apps, but let me know and I'll do a tutorial on one of them. Billy is asking, are the images relevant to the slide content? I've tested a couple. Mostly they are. It depends on your reference text. So if your reference text is nice and complex and, you know, you have all of your key words in there, they are pretty relevant. But like I showed earlier, if they are not relevant and you don't like an image, you just simply click on the image, go to replace image, say upload or search from the web, sorry. And then you search for an image that is a bit more relevant. So I'm going to put in environmental protection again and see if I can't find something that I feel is more relevant. And you can see that we are using a portrait format. So I'm not going to use any of these landscape ones because they're just going to stretch real funny. And say, for instance, I like this image more. I just click on it, say replace, give it a second, and it will replace to then what you feel is more relevant. So that's why I said this isn't an answer to, it's not going to create the entire thing for you because it doesn't know what you know. So it's just a start off. So there will be edits from your end. You'll have to replace some of the images, you have to edit some of the text or realign and things like that. But it's going to take a lot of your time off of your hands. Okay, Lensway is asking how will I access the video? I was a bit late. So we have a YouTube channel and it's called CUT E-Learning and Educational Technology. It will be available later today on the playlist eThuto Talk. So all of these sessions that I have on Fridays go to this. So there's a list of all of them from 2021. So you can go and access it there. If you are on the WhatsApp group, I'll also share it normally on the WhatsApp group. So that is where the video will be. Okay, ladies and gents, I think we are done for the day. I didn't want to keep you too long for this one. First one of the term, you know, so I'm going to end it here. Let me just stop the recording and stop sharing. And then I would like all of you to go and have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.